and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be comparing the Fenty Beauty foundation to the Charlotte Tilbury Magic foundation and seeing which one I prefer, which one I would pick at the two, and which one I would definitely recommend buying. So keep watching. So this is a matte foundation. This is more of a natural skin finish foundation. I'm using the shade 300 from Fenty Beauty and I'm using the shade 7 from Charlotte Tilbury. So let's get started. So as you can see, I've already got some eye makeup on, my eyebrows drawn on, and I've thrown a pair of lashes on. The rest of my face is looking a little bit gross at the moment. So to begin with, I am going to take the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I'm going to use this on both sides of my face just so it's fair that both have the same primer underneath, just so we get even results. I'm also going to clip my hair back so it doesn't get full of foundation. Okay, so let's go in with our primer. Just going to put this on my fingers and I'm going to rub it in all over my skin. So I'm roughly going to do half and half of my face as best possible. So to apply the Fenty foundation, I'm also going to take the Fenty Beauty foundation brush. Looks like this. This brush is super difficult to clean for some reason, or at least I find that, just in case anyone was wondering. And for the Charlotte Tilbury, I am going to use my trusty Morphe MB6 brush, which I love, just to buff that side into my skin. So let's get going now. On both it says to shake well, so I'm going to shake them both. Okay, so let's start with the Fenty Beauty. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to blend that in. So I'm going to show you as close up as possible how this side of my face is currently looking. As you can see, this is how the foundation sits on the skin. It does blend in really nicely, however it does dry really fast, so you do have to really be fast when you're working that into your skin. As you can see, it's not too far from my natural skin colour. I have been in the sun recently, but it's not obviously the closest match that I could got. I think I would be more of a 290 or a 280. So while this side soaks in, we're going to go to the right hand side of our face using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic foundation with the Morphe brush. I'm going to apply this exactly the same way, put some on my finger, put some on my skin, and then buff it in. So now I'm going to zoom in so you can see how that looks on my face. Okay, so the Charlotte Tilbury foundation is a anti-aging full coverage foundation that morphs to your face in a weightless texture. Now honestly, now it's on my skin, I can't feel it on my skin. It doesn't feel sticky, it doesn't feel firm, it doesn't feel like it stretches when I move my face. However, the Fenty Beauty side does feel quite tight on my face. I can feel it on my skin. I feel like there's a layer of foundation on my skin. So in terms of weightlessness or, you know, ease of, or for me, what I think will let your skin breathe the most, I would go with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic foundation. The Fenty Beauty side of my face does look a lot more airbrush finished. I think it is a lot thicker. I do feel like it has a lot better coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. However, at this stage between the two of them, I really am feeling that I have makeup on this side of my face more than I have on this side of my face. So now we're going to add on the rest of our face makeup and see how we feel and how other products blend upon both sides of the foundation. So to brighten up underneath my eye and give me some extra coverage, I will use my usual Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser. I'm going to go in with this, as I always do, just underneath the eye. Now this is one of my absolute favourite concealers. It's super affordable, it is super creamy, it just glides on top of your skin, it doesn't clog up your pores. It's very, very nice, it's very smooth. This is a must if you're looking for a concealer that's affordable. Definitely go for Maybelline. Most of the time their products are on 2 for 1. It's definitely worth picking one up. Okay, so that blended out nicely on both sides of my face. And now for my contouring, I'm going to use my trusty Smashbox contour sticks. These come in shade Contour, Highlight and Bronze. Sticks are super awesome if you want to contour. They're also really creamy. They just glide onto your skin. They make contouring super simple if you're a beginner or if you've been contouring for a while. These are a little bit pricey, but they are definitely worth it. You get 3 in the box. You also get a sharpener. They do last for a long time. This is my second set. My first set lasted me for at least 5 to 6 months. So if you are looking for some contour sticks, definitely check these out. So I am going to go in firstly with the shade Contour. Now you can see just how smoothly they go on. They're so dreamy. Now I can't even begin to tell you how nicely these go on, how nicely they feel on your skin. Now I personally like to do all my cream products before I add the powder. I just feel like it sets a lot nicer on top. So now I'm going to go in on both sides using my current bronzer. Now this is from MAC. This is Dark Deepest Mineralized Skin Finish. So I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush on both sides and apply this to my face. Okay, so now for our highlight. Now, sticking with our Fenty Beauty theme, on the left side of my face, I am going to be using the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt in Mean Money and Hustler Baby. Now, if I can get this open, this looks like this. I mean, personally, I'm not super keen on the Mean Money. I think if I'm going to put a highlight on, I want the highlight to be blinding. I want it to be worth it. But this shade right here, this Hustler Baby, gives me so much life. So I'm going to apply that to the left side of my face just with a brush. I mean, this highlighter is stunning. It looks nice on so many different skin tones. It glides straight on top of your skin. It is so powdery. It is so nice. The Fenty Beauty The Fenty Beauty highlighting palette is so good. I would recommend this to anyone. If you're gonna buy a highlighter, go for this one. It's a shame they don't sell just the super blinding shades individually, because I would certainly buy all of them separately. I feel like they're such a good investment. Okay, so now on the Charlotte Tilbury side of the face, I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, so I am going to use my trusty Oh Darling from MAC, which is this beautiful gold color, which has been used so many times. This highlighter as well is absolutely gorgeous. If you've heard about this highlighter, they sell out all the time. They don't have them in all they sell out so fast. They are so nice, they're so creamy. This highlighter is awesome. So I'm gonna apply that to the other side of my face. Okay, so now I'm going to add on some lipstick just to finish this off. Throw me some setting spray on, and then we'll get down to our comparisons. Now when I'm putting this on, I am seeing that the Fenty Beauty really does sit. If you have any lines or if you have any marks on your skin, I'm finding that it is really sinking into them. It's really giving me lines around here, which I don't love. For my lipstick today, I'm going to use my trusty NYX Liquid Suede in shade 4. I like this lip gloss, I use it a lot. So I'll pop that on. Okay, so that's both sides of my face. I'm gonna let you have an up close and personal look at both sides, and you choose which one you prefer. Okay, so that's both sides of my face now completely finished. This side is the Fenty Beauty and this side is the Charlotte Tilbury. Now, there isn't much difference to look at straight away through the camera between the two of them. This side I feel is a little bit more airbrush looking, a little bit smoother than this side. This side of my face is looking a little bit more sheer, it's got a little bit less coverage, but there isn't much of a difference between the two. Now I feel like the Fenty Beauty Foundation did let me build upon it as a base makeup a lot more nicely than the Charlotte Tilbury foundation did, which is a big pro. Obviously you don't want all your makeup moving from underneath when you're adding products on top. If I had to pick one to wear all day, I would pick the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. That's because the Fenty Beauty Foundation side of my face feels very thick. It feels like I am wearing foundation. I can feel a thin layer on top of my skin. I feel like this side of my face is a lot tighter. I feel like my pores are probably getting clogged a little bit more. So if this was a day wear makeup, I would definitely choose the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. However, for nighttime, I think the Fenty Beauty Foundation is an absolute showstopper. It will stay on all night. It's beautiful to build upon. It will give you a stunning airbrush finish. It will stay on all night regardless of how much dancing you do. I don't feel like this foundation is going anywhere. If anything, I feel like I will have trouble removing it. So yeah, it's a very difficult to make the choice between the two of them. They are different skin finishes. If you want more of a matte finish, the Fenty Beauty Foundation is definitely for you. Now there are 40 shades, so pick wisely. Could I have gone with the 290? Definitely. The 280 I think would be perfect. The 300 is a little bit dark for me at the moment, but I'm sure as summer is coming I'll be using more of that soon. Now I adore the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I feel like it's very well priced. It lasts a long time. You don't need tons of product, and it doesn't give you a full coverage. However, it doesn't let you build upon it as nicely as the Fenty foundation. So this is such a difficult decision. Based on this look alone, I feel like I would go with the Fenty Beauty one. And then I feel it on my skin and I think, no, go with the Charlotte Tilbury. So this is such a hard decision. If you like a more airbrushed finish that's really thick, if you like to feel makeup on your face, then please go for the Fenty foundation. If you like a more natural finish, if you want something that feels a lot softer on your skin, then definitely the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation is the way to go. I'm not sure which one I'm going to choose at this point. So let me know which one you guys think looks better in the comments box down below. If you liked today's video, press the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and leave any comments that you want down below. And we will see you next time.